Hi, everyone, and welcome to Quantitative Reasoning. I'm your instructor, Brenda Gardner. But as you're taking this online, you can message me by Brenda. To get started, start in the modules. To get there, you actually have three options. So you can click on Start Here, or you can go to the course orientation, or you can click on modules and the orientation should be the first thing that you see. One thing that I do want to mention though is do not just use the to-do list. So you're going to have, especially when you first log in, a whole list of things to do. Don't just go in order there. I really do want you to go into the module first and work in order. That way you don't miss anything and that you don't lose any context of where you should be. The other thing that's going to happen is as you go through these, you'll see little check marks on the right-hand side, and that'll help you also keep track of where you're going to be. I know you hear this a lot, but I want you to read the syllabus for the class. So you can review the syllabus in two places. You can go to this simple syllabus as a link on the left-hand side, or I also have a direct link on the homepage. The other thing I want to mention is the due dates and the calendaring. So if ever you're wondering, what are those due dates? Check the syllabus, but also you can check the calendar. And in that calendar, it will have the most important due dates for you. And I even have a calendar invite if you wanted to add it to your phone or your device, especially for those exams and projects so that you don't miss them. Exams should not be missed because I don't give much leniency for those exam dates. You do need to definitely plan ahead for those. I usually give 2 days, and it's sometimes hard to plan around these dates. So please plan ahead and try to be around. All of our exams do need to be proctored. However, if you miss an exam and there are extenuating circumstances and there's no way for you to take it, I do allow an optional final exam to replace a missing score. And I also allow you to take an exam early where possible. So plan ahead instead of planning late. I also allow one project extension out of the 3 major projects that you will be assigned. But you have to let me know within 48 hours of the end date if you wanted to use one of those extensions. The other thing I want to mention, exam date's super important because homework and quizzes close the last day of the exam. So you have flexibility on when you complete your homework and your quizzes until that last day of the exam. Then it's closed permanently. I also have discussion boards. So if you were working on trig and you're like, I have a question on trig, just click on the discussion board and you can add it there. I generally try to answer questions within 1 business day and sometimes even faster. And when you are in the discussion board, please make sure you're being specific about your question. So you can add the question number, or you can even upload your work and I can look at your work and see where you might be going wrong. I can always create a new video if it's needed. And please make an appointment with me if you are confused. I do have a lot of flexibility on Zoom. And if you even wanted to meet in person, you can just send me a message and we can work that out as well. In addition, when you're working in your exercises and your quizzes, that I can actually look up the exact question that you have and see what answers you may have put in. This course is really heavy on rounding, and sometimes you're just slightly off. And if you're not to the same penny, it'll just mark it wrong. It's a computer. It's either right or it's wrong, right? It doesn't see kind of the flexibility or have that understanding. So if you just send it to me, I can look at it and let you know. Other than that, if you have any additional questions whatsoever, please send me a message and I will get back to you again within usually 1 business day. That's it. And welcome to the class, and I'm excited to have you. Please join me in the orientation, add your introductions, and I look forward to meeting you there.